How's it going, everyone? Today's topic will be the Wicked Implement Scout Rifle. This is a brand new Stasis Scout Rifle that is now available in the Season of the Deep. You have to complete a few tasks, which I will fully explain for you how to acquire this. All you'll need to do is do some fishing, acquire some broken blades, then run into a deep dive, talk to some statues, and then go into this certain mini boss, and then complete the deep dive. You won't have to do the full deep dive, you will just have to do the partial part, which will just be a mini boss and then an Inquisitor boss. To start this process, you're going to have to acquire 3 exotic fish, one from each of the zones where you're allowed to fish at. So one will be EDZ, one will be Nessus, and then one will be the Throne World. Once you acquire each of these fish, you can then take it to the Helm. You can turn in all 3 exotic fish, whether you want to do it all at once or separate them out. When you turn in these exotic fish, they will give you a broken blade. When you have 3 of them, all 3 of them can be taken down into a deep dive and then turned into 3 different statues. I'll give you a full walkthrough of where to get to each statue. The first statue is going to be pretty simple. It'll just walk you straight down. What you're going to do is when you first get down after you're grabbing your buffs, you're going to go to the right where you would be previously acquiring coral for your aquarium to give you a triumph for collecting all of them along with a ghost. So if you already got that ghost and triumph, you already know where you're going. So you're going to just hop down in the water, hit the switch here, opening the door, continuing onward to where the statues can be located, which I will now swim down to. The entrance can sometimes be hard to find as it is a very small corner, so try to find the small air bubble in the corner, little walkway. There's no rush on anything, there's plenty of bubbles there to keep you alive, just keep following your path around. And then this is where you pick up your coral you'd get for your aquarium. But if you just continue onward, downward, you will see the statue here. This will be our first statue. You're just going to offer the broken blade. Then you'll continue on to the first combat area where you will complete your first set of tasks to complete, which will then lead into the second statue. This statue becomes available when all tasks have been completed. You will get the mission complete notification on the top left, and then the door will open, allowing you to access the statue, turn in the broken blade, and then continue on to the next zone. After stopping the blade, you're going to proceed all the way down. You should have a few cliffs here where you don't have to go all the way down, but you want to make sure you jump down a few ledges, and then you're going to take a left. When you get to that left, it will take, if you do jump down extra, your teammate can activate the statue for you, so only one person needs to do it, not everyone needs to, so you can grab any of those plants for free, Glimmer, and then activate your third statue. After you activate your third statue, Zivua Wrath will do her third speech, and then you'll continue on to doing the second combat zone. You'll full clear this zone, and then it'll proceed to the next area. One thing I do want to point out also is make sure you grab your buff here before you go down. I wouldn't go down to the next area as you won't be going down there at all. Once you complete the full boss encounter, then it'll end the deep dive, so you won't complete that. But do grab that extra buff because it is always nice to have an extra buff going into this. None of the reward tiers or none of the pressure trials will even matter, as you won't be ending the whole deep dive. So this will kind of void that. You are going to need to activate all 3 of these statues. So you're just going to activate them with your broken blade thing again. They're all going to turn green. Once they turn green, you can then walk through the door and then go for a little swim for a little distance, and then you'll start the mini boss encounter. The mini boss encounter will go into 2 different phases, so just make sure you're ready to have a lot of ad clear. I would recommend having maybe some rockets, grenade launcher as your heavy, a Riptide to deal with chill clip, as it is very helpful for dealing with the Inquisitor boss also at the very end, along with the Minotaurs here. So the mechanics for this mini boss is going to be the same as the final boss. You're going to have 3 Minotaurs here. You're just going to kill them, and then once you DPS them down, you'll get the boss to its phase percentage. So you can just ult them through them and then get to the next section. You'll be running through some doorways that'll show up here. But the main mechanic for the last boss is to kill 3 Minotaurs, which you'll find them kind of in a little bit of a labyrinth. And then after you kill them, then you'll then go back to be able to DPS the boss. So for the mini boss, it's just going to be clearing the ad room out, moving forward. There really isn't too crazy, too difficulty or anything with this. But once you kill all the mobs here, which is just a bunch of red bar targets, you'll continue on to the second room of the mini boss, which is kind of the boss just sits in the middle. You kill 3 Minotaurs. If you have a well that is, it'll keep you alive. There are some hobgoblins that will snipe you, but as you'll see, the Minotaurs are kind of what allows you to DPS the boss. So once you kill all 3 Minotaurs, then the boss will be kind of taking the full amount of damage. But for this mini boss, you will have 3 of them that are spawned around the room. Kill all 3 Minotaurs. The boss is going to get nuked here, so you'll see. I'm not even going to be DPSing the boss. And my other 2 people I just kind of found a random queue from Discord will be joining, or kind of will be nuking this boss. Before I even go over into the well, the boss's health is just going to flop over. And then right after this mini boss, you then go into the boss room. You are going to be dealing with an Inquisitor boss, so anything that does a lot of damage in a small burst window will be kind of help out here. You will have the boss from full health to half health, and then you'll have to go back and kill more Minotaurs, and then from then you have plenty of time. There's no really time clock of when to have to DPS, but it does make it easier to deal with his small damage window, or like his gets crit zone. Would be like with some rockets or grenade launcher or something else. The machine gun I was using wasn't really the best for it, but using like I said, Riptide can freeze the boss a little bit and help you out, as he will jump around like a normal Inquisitor, suppress everything around you. I would recommend also 2 people go around, kill Minotaurs in the first set or both sets. One person is kind of distract the boss. You don't have to deal with him because he will run around the room. You don't want him just leaping around everywhere. And the Inquisitors will show up with indicators around the room. So when you get kind of close to one, you'll see one, as you can see on the right side there, you'll see a little indicator where they're spawned at. So you should be able to just run and just kill it real quickly. But one person can deal with boss, kind of distract, as the other 2 take out all the Minotaurs. Or you all 3 can go around as a group. It isn't that bad. The most dangerous thing is when the boss is just, you're just DPSing the boss. He will leap all over the place, and there's really no place to run, as things are slowing you, and he's suppressing and whatnot. So just kind of, if you have a well, is really helpful, or maybe a barrier or anything that'll help you out with a bubble. But the most time you should be able to just blow them up. So anything that has big damage windows, use your ults, go crazy with it. Rinse and repeat. Once you get the boss to half health, you have to go kill all the Minotaurs again, and then once you kill the boss, then it's pretty simple. Then you'll just kind of go to the final zone, which the indicator that shows up for the door is kind of the opposite side of where you need to go. So you'll see that I ran all the way over here. The indicator is, but mainly just gonna sit in the middle of the room there. Look for the stairs to kind of unveil, which will then allow you to get that exotic scout rifle you've been fishing for and everything. But I hope this helps out. I do stream on twitch.tv/ClipItPrime. Any like and subscribe to help me grow my channel, and I really appreciate. I'm up to 10 subscribers already, and I'm having a blast. So if you guys have any feedback or anything for me, put it in the comments below. And as always, I hope you have a fantastic day.